This is my Fallout 76 starter guide, for my reference as much as anyone else's. But let's start with the first basic tip. Lucky enough, I was streaming this, so I got told quite quickly. Go to a workbench and scrap your weapons and armour that you're not using, because you get blueprints from them. The blueprints will come really handy when you're crafting weapons later in the game. Also, scrap your junk, because if you're not a Fallout First member, you will not have this scrap box, and unscrapped junk will fill up your storage very quickly, while scrap junk takes up less space. You also might find yourself getting overwhelmed by this card system. I wouldn't worry too much, because you've got the lovely punch card machine now, which gives you the ability to manage your builds, and you can easily respec. And as you can see here, I've got 2 builds set up, for crafting and shopping, 1 for combat. In fact, there's so many builds available, probably going to be quite a few hours before you actually decide what build you want to go for. And any unwanted cards or extras you can scrap. To get perk points, which you'll need, when you hit level 50, you get legendary perk cards. 2 most useful legendary perk cards that I found most useful was Master Infiltrator at level 2 and Ammo Factory, which I've now fully upgraded. Combining that with Ammo Smith, which you can get early game, going to allow you to craft a lot of bullets. And you'll get the Tinker's Workbench quite quickly in the game, but there's a lot around the world. Of course, you can make gunpowder at the chemist desk. Another card I found very useful early game is the chemist card. It doubles the amount you get from heals when you dilute them, which is quite important early game. You can also craft healing salve, which I found useful early game, but not so much now. But I'll return to that in a minute. When diluting your heals, you'll need purified water. All the equipment that you need for these things come to you quite smoothly through the game, so I wouldn't panic too much, just enjoy the journey. Back to the healing slab. When you first leave the vault, find yourself at the Wayward, where a lot of the story missions begin, and no doubt you'll locate yourself here for quite some time. If you follow that river south, you can farm all the bloodleaf that will always be close to the riverbank. And of course, not far from the riverbank, you'll find the blue suet flowers. Combined with boiled water, you'll have your heals. But you only have to craft that for a very short period of time. And if you're really lucky, or if you're in a private world, you'll eventually reach this building that's on the left hand side of the riverbank that has a room full of weights made of lead. Why is lead important? Crafting bullets. In fact, under the junk menu, you've got the component view at the bottom. Select that option and highlight acid and lead. So when you get to the crafting bullet stage, you'll be well set up. You'll also need a backpack early game. The first and easiest one to get is a small backpack. I'll do an overview of the standard backpack a bit later. You'll find the small backpack at the Morgantown airport. What you have to do is go past that tank, head towards that door. Once inside, you're going to have a lot of enemies to clear out. I've already cleared them all out. Follow the path that I'm taking now. Go up to that crack in the wall, and he will have a key card. Pick up the key card. Very important. You may have to crouch to access them. When you turn around, you'll see that terminal. As you can see, I've already hacked it, so we can go up those stairs. Don't worry if you can't hack it, it's just a shortcut. It will also take you to this locked room with lots of stuff in it. Okay, let's have a little swoosh around so you get an idea where we are. Let's go the other path. And back at the terminal, let's take the other path. Back in the room that we were at earlier. Go through the metal scanner. You come to a point where the stairs going down, but if you turn round, there's the door with a key scanner. Go up the stairs, walk to the end, and go through the door with a heart symbol on the side. And there's the Overseer's cache. And inside there is a small backpack plan. Oh, I forgot to mention earlier, under notes, you'll find all your plans. Remember to pop them or you won't know them. Okay, how to get a free shelter. The great thing about a shelter, when you're building it, it stays that way until you change it, that is. To get your free shelter, just find a train station. There's one next to the airport where we got the small backpack. Go inside the train station and interact with that poster. There's a good chance you'll see this poster in other parts of the world. If you see it there, interact with it. but the location to pick it up is just north of 76 at Vault-51, but not actually inside Vault-51, it's just to the left of it, at this hatch just behind me right now. And now for the standard backpack. You'll find this just northeast of the airport that we're at earlier, at the Pioneer Scout Camp. When you get here, you want to find these two kiosks, which can be found next to that wooden tower. Here you can spend your tadpole tokens, but first you have to earn them. On a quick side note, you'll also probably have to do the Pioneer a bit later on. And the Pioneer one took quite a bit of time to do, but you don't have to worry about that at this point in the game. But to start the Scout questline, follow this path here, talk to Scout Leader Jaggy. He will give you tasks to do and exams to take, which you can find through that green door. In the world map, under menu, you'll see challenges, and at the bottom of challenges you'll see world, and there you'll see the 3 tadpole quests that I found the easiest. You can also spy the possum quests that I also did. Let's jump back to the train station. Whenever you pick up legendary weapons, you want to use an exchange, but to get the best return, make sure your hard bargain card is active. So I'm going to head to the punch card machine. There's my hard bargain card. Let's head back to the legendary exchange and trade in these unwanted legendaries. I'll get legendary script, which I can use to craft better weapons later on. And I would save all that legendary script until you're at least over level 50. Head back into the train station. Let's go and talk to the vendor bot and trade in some things that I don't need, like food that's about to spoil, grenades I'm not using, and a bit later in the game you'll find that you'll have a lot of excess meds that you have to offload as well. Another good tip, under social you will find public teams. It's really worth joining one of these public teams. A full team of 4 will give you a 4 times bonus, but there's a slight delay to encourage teams to stay together. Not only will the casual teams give you XP boost, they'll also give you caps. When another team member completes a quest, and they will get caps when you complete yours. The daily ops one is for high ranking players. And when you're in a public server, it's always worth visiting people's bases, so you can visit the shops and see what they got for sale. You may have to spend a bit of time looking around people's bases because sometimes the shops are not too obvious, and there's different skins for the trading post. When going through items that people have got for sale, pay attention to the item stat in the middle, because the value there will tell you how much of a bargain you're getting. And some items are so rare, resale value is way above the original value. But it's worth snooping around people's shops even if you don't intend to buy anything, just to get a sense of the value of things. So when you set up your own shop, you got a good idea what prices to set and start trading yourself. Oh, and keep an eye on world activity, so when you're ready you can jump into public events. Some of the public events are a lot easier than others. Remember, under the menu and the world map, you've also got the social, the combat, the survival, the character, as well as the possum stuff under world. In here you'll find free atom stuff. Well worth doing, especially at the beginning of the game where you're messing around with different guns and setups. And the top 2, daily and weekly. Those give you score points. That relates to the seasonal scoreboard, which gives you lots of free stuff, from general consumables through to skins to lovely base items, and the occasional base NPC. There's a lot more of the game I could cover, but it will just go on forever. And after 200 hours, I can honestly say I am enjoying this game, even more so as I got it on sale, and I hope you found this video very useful. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, hit that like and subscribe button, or on the bell thingy. And of course, thank you for watching. See you all later.